On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what gone. A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We are going to revisit the knockings and clappings that took place in the wee hours of Friday night going into Saturday morning of last week that claimed the life of this man presently on your screen identified as Andre Kemps Wilson, but more popularly known in the streets as Super Mario. This knockings and clappings here, basically my peeps, start off a gang war that will most definitely claim the lives of others in coming hours, days, weeks, months, if it is not nipped in the bud right now as we speak. Another man lost his life due to the knockings and clappings of Mario, and we'll get into that again. Now, yesterday I was scrolling through social media and I saw where the member of parliament for the area, that's the opposition leader for the People's National Party, Mark Golding, posted the now deceased man on his Instagram timeline. He posted this video of Super Mario handing out gifts, basically care packages of school bags and toys to kids in his community. The opposition leader Mark Golding wrote that we lost a light in our constituency. Mario was a junglist in the true sense of the word. He loved, cared for, and remained committed to his community in word and deed. Mario gave back to the children, the elderly, and the less fortunate. He had a heart of gold. This is a devastating loss to everyone. Please keep his mother, Marie, and his siblings, children, and wider family in your prayers. What good, Mario. Now, as nice as that may sound, that is not enough coming from the member of parliament and the opposition leader, Mark Golding. If Mario was such a gem, as you put it, you should be there on the ground, speaking with the parties involved and trying to nip this in the bud before it escalates and more lives are lost. I am pretty sure if election was in the air, you would have been there. Now, are these politicians really true representations for the people? Mark Golding, you have the power to stop this before other people start lose them life. You know all the main players involved. You might not know all of them personally, but your affiliates, like Pumbles, I'm pretty sure if you don't know them personally, she can point you in the right direction. Because if this is not stopped or be forced to come to a premature halt, many others will lose their lives. It starts already. Now on Monday, April 8th, 2024, in the wee hours of that morning, 4:45 a.m. to be exact, this man presently on your screen, identified as Brian Powell, but more popularly known in the street as Tommy, said to be of a Greenwich Park Road address in the community. This brother get caught up, lose him 3 pints. A next man get caught up and seriously injured during that mayhem. So the now deceased was at home with his family when he heard a knock on the door. The residents stated that they heard the shouts, "Police, open up." And then the men broke a section of the door and entered the home of the now deceased man. They were heavily armed and fired several cans into the direction of the now deceased man, who was standing in the living room. Him get a portion of can to the upper body and head. He was, however, assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital, and he was later pronounced, you know what. The other man was seriously injured and presently still in the hospital nursing some serious kind of wounds. So basically, my peeps, Tommy end up lose 3 pints because of his affiliations with the old dirty kind of boy them. We knock it and clap it pan Super Mario and take Super Mario life. Well, Tommy, in the true essence of who Tommy is, Tommy wasn't quote unquote innocent really. Tommy was a criminal element too, who is trying to walk a certain path. That is what the streets basically say, that he's not of that life anymore. But he still affiliates himself with known Nakis and Clappis. Hence the reason why he lost his life as a reprisal for Super Mario, Knockings and Clappings. Now in yesterday morning's vlog, I gave a more detailed and comprehensive analysis which involves the knockings and clappings of Super Mario, where I listed the names and faces of the criminal elements said to be the main trigger men in the fatal knockings and clappings of Super Mario. I also gave other information surrounding his fatal knockings and clappings. So if you need all of that information, just go over and watch this vlog presently on your screen and you will be properly informed of the nature of that particular crime. So Mark Golden, you really do need to do way better than just send an Instagram post. Your presence is needed in your constituency. the communities of Trenchtown, Wilton Gardens, and other adjoining communities, Mexico, Angola, Zimbabwe, the general Top Jungle community, and now Havana, Avon Park, where your constituency office is, all of that area is presently hotspots in the Kingston Western Police Division, which falls under your management as their political representative. And you're also the leader of the opposition that is presently seeking to form the next government. So you need to lead by example and put the necessary things in place, meet with the necessary parties involved to include the police and try to stem this before it gets out of hand and more lifeless bodies laying in the streets of the Kingston Western Police Division. Well, at least the part of it that you are responsible for. Yeah, man. So in a way, make it continue. Now I've seen in recent days where Leoda Bradshaw has been trending in the social media space. But this time, not because of what she is charged for and is presently behind bars for, but for something of a total different nature. Now, for those who have forgotten, Leoda Bradshaw was a spouse of the sitting member of parliament, Philip Palwell, at the time, and she colluded with other criminal elements to take the life of the daughter of Philip Palwell, that's baby Soraya Palwell, and her mother, Tashana Pattison. Their bodies were found in the Eastern Kingston Police Division, burnt beyond recognition. And of course, they suffered before they lost their lives. As also, bullets was pumped in their innocent bodies. Leoda Bradshaw and her co-accused was charged and placed into custody. Some pleaded guilty, but Leoda Bradshaw is awaiting her day in court, her trial. Now, issues surrounding her trending again in the social space states that she is pregnant. I know that many eyes are opened, mouth drop in disbelief. I said, and wait. Leoda is behind bars for quite some time now. Then how can this be? How can Leoda be pregnant? Now, social media is stating that she got pregnant by a police officer at the lockups that Leoda Bradshaw is being housed in the St. Catherine South Police Division. So of course, On The Spot News Media heard everything that is basically circulating in the social media space on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, you name it. Leoda Bradshaw is trending again. So I decided to actually dig deep into this thing, into these accusations, to see if there is any merit to what is being said. Now, what I found out is that iProbe, that is the inspectorate arm of the JCF, who is tasked with probing controversial issues surrounding its officers. Now, the acronym iProbe stands for Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau. So they are indeed investigating the allegations of Leoda Bradshaw being pregnant. Now, on the Spot News Media made its checks, did some digging into these accusations, and found out that Leoda Bradshaw has made some enemies, I guess, in the police lockups. Just so you note that females are not housed with males. So only females are housed at that particular police lockup. Now, Leoda Bradshaw made some enemies because other female prisoners are of the view that she is being treated differently. She's been given special treatment because of who she is or how she may look physically so, or physical beauty. It is said that male officers treats her differently. But when On the Spot News Media made checks into the allegations of her being treated differently, it's because she has allergic reactions to certain type of foods that had landed her in the hospital in previous times. So she was afforded the opportunity to get a special diet, which is most definitely not common in the lockups and in our nation's prisons. Some prisoners are given that type of leeway to get a special diet. So they don't eat everything that the general population gets to avoid them from being in and out of hospital, because that in itself takes manpower to be doing that very often. So the female prisoner saw that she was getting special food or special diet, so that female prisoner was upset about it. Now, it is said that the female prisoner was the one who started the rumors, saying that that particular male officer was having man and woman type of relations with Leoda Bradshaw. The female prisoner stated that sometimes at nights, the officer would come, take her from the cell, take her to another section of the police station and do whatever. And whenever Leoda Bradshaw would return, she would utter words like, "I had the time of my life with officer so and so." So we are not for sure if that part of it is so or not. But unconfirmed reports, because I have to say unconfirmed because iProbe has not yet made an official release. But Leoda Bradshaw, whilst giving her statement, was said to be on her menstrual cycle. And it is also stated that a pregnancy test was done and that pregnancy test came back negative. So, unconfirmed reports suggest that Leoda Bradshaw is not pregnant, but the allegations were done by a disgruntled prisoner who thinks that she was being treated special. So that is what On The Spot News Media got on the ground. So until iProbe makes an official release, we still sit and wait. And one thing I know for sure, if Leoda Bradshaw is indeed pregnant and a cover-up is being done, it will most definitely come to light. Because a pregnancy is not something that is going. It is actually something that is coming. So we will all see in future updates. So anyway, my peeps, let us watch and see how this one plays out. And On The Spot News Media will most definitely be keeping a very close eye on this one and update you in subsequent newscast. So anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.